So, one of my followers, I want to tell you thank you for sending me this video. They just pointed out to me that maybe I need to recant one of my previous sayings that I try to impress upon my audience. I keep telling women that in the future you're going to need a husband, get a husband. I have to recant that statement. Let me correct myself. Don't just get any husband. That's not the answer. Make sure you get a husband that can fight. In the future, a man with size and strength will trump that over a man with money, because you can't throw money at a gun or a knife to disarm the man that is trying to rob you. Case in point, this video that one of my followers sent me.
There's a lady, there's her boyfriend, Prince Harry, significant other, and he's like, okay.
Got like a knife or a screwdriver or something?
It could be a potato peeler. This is in...
Now, her man that's with her, this is in Colombia. The crooks sized him up. They looked at him and they could tell that he was pure 100% Angus bitch. They knew he was not going to bust a grape in a fruit fight. They knew the odds were 95. He was not going to do nothing. 5% chance that he would. And they made their decision to run up on his woman. Now, in the video, you can see the woman is clearly attempting to hold her own. But her man is so timid, so weak, so scared. But what has society taught us, or taught our men over the last 20 years? That being violent is bad. Being aggressive is bad. Being angry, being masculine, having testosterone, being a defender is bad. And the only thing that's ever good for a man to do is to be a provider, to basically be a walking ATM. You have no say-so over your woman's life. You have no say-so when it comes to the kids. Your only job is to turn over resources and money. Yeah, that's not going to work. First things first, you can't protect a woman that won't listen to you. So if she's not going to listen to your advice, then the relationship's not going to work. But also, you have to have something worth saying. But if push comes to shove, and she can see that you're weak and that you're afraid to get hurt, or you're afraid to get injured, he's not worried about her getting killed or her getting mugged. He's worried about saving his own ass. See, in situations like this, you want a man in your life that has a switch that can go from professional to primal with just like that. You don't want somebody that's all one way or all another. You need a happy medium.
Colombia.
I'm gonna stand over here.
And I will say that lady is handling her own. Good for her.
Hey, good for this guy too. The guy in the white that just ran it. Oh, nice.
Now you see, these are random men that were in the area that saw this woman being mugged, and they ran and jumped in and jumped the guys and saved them. Now there are women now that are trying to jump in and stop them from attacking. And look, here goes the woman that was initially being mugged, and there goes her weak little backpacker boyfriend, and he just left her again.
That shouldn't even be a friend anymore.
No, you can't trust someone like that.
No, fellas, if you're with a lady doing something, doesn't matter if she's your property.
I mean, here's the thing. It would be better if you were walking by and you were going to react this way. It'd just be better to fake like you didn't see it.
Yes. Right?
Just walk like, what? Someone was robbed?
No, what happened?
It's just right under our nose. No one is safe.
Where was I?
Don't go in there and then like it's a mouse in a cartoon and you're getting up on a stool.
Yeah, that's a bad situation. And unfortunately for women, you really won't know what a man's made of until times are hard. You won't know what a man's made of until you're put in a life or death situation. And the same thing goes for women. You know, you might be with a woman for years and she tells you that she has your back, she loves you, she's down for you. But how would you know? You've never been broke. You've always had a job, you've always had money, you've always had a place to live. You don't know if you hit hard times, if she's going to say, come stay with me, or, you know what, I get paid today, so we get paid today. Here's half of my check. Get yourself together. You don't know. Everyone tells you what they would do, but when the situation happens and everyone, like they say, everyone has their time to shine. Her boyfriend ran off. And do you think she's been dealing with this dude? Obviously, they're probably Australian or European. They're in Colombian. They're backpacking. And do you think that she thought she was traveling with the coward this whole time? You think she knew that this man, when some muggers attack her, was going to take off and save his own ass? Do you think she knew that, or did she just barely find this out? But hey, what if she's a liberal and she's like, I love very timid and docile, weak men. I hate violent brutes. I hate guys like Rico, hyper violent, angry, blah, blah, blah. I mean, look, you got to pick your poison, okay? You want a guy that's going to run, or you want a guy that's going to stay and fight. You got to pick your poison. You got to make a choice. So I do stand corrected. Don't get just any man to be your husband. Make sure it's a man that's willing to fight. Make sure he's willing to die to protect you. Because eventually, what if you guys end up having kids and someone's mugging you when your kids are with you? Do you want a man that his fight or flight instincts kick in and he takes off and he's like, come on, pelican, and he just flies away like a bird in the Scarface movie? Or do you want a man that, against all odds, this will be a death match before you harm my wife and kids? And you got to pick. One man is a Democrat liberal, and one man's a conservative. I see a lot of women on the internet complaining about how they want a certain type of men, but the men they want are all Trump supporting conservatives. And the Democrat liberal men that they think that they want to date, they turn out to all be gay. And that just shows you, and these women, while they're trying to figure this out, they're getting older by the minute and they're aging out anyway. So, you're going to have to figure this out early. You're going to have to break some of your conditioning, and you're going to have to make better decisions when it comes to which men you're going to pick to be in your life and have kids with. The beautiful thing about this globalist takeover, this technocratic communist takeover, and these wars that are about to happen is that when the smoke settles, right, we're going to be living back in the 1700s. When the smoke settles, listen to me, when the smoke settles and all this is said and done 20 years from now, there won't be any electricity. There won't be any cars. There won't be any machines. There won't be any computers. And those of us who survive, those of us who are still here, we will be living like the Amish. And then civilization will start over again. And eventually there will be technological breakthroughs. We'll come to a point in the future where there's another singularity. And then society will destroy itself and repeat. We are also in one of those cycles right now that ends pretty soon. According to Elon Musk, we're going to be going to Mars in 2 years. So I think that's when society ends because, well, there's no such thing as Mars. Space is fake. So if they're telling you these dates, knowing that these things will never come to pass, they must know that something else must happen before then that would prevent any of that from mattering in the first place. Because they definitely would rather reset all of society before they let you know that NASA, the European Space Agency, and all this, and all these fake missions and billions of dollars they take from our tax dollars and funding every year was all just a fake scam. They'll rather wipe civilization all the way back to the Stone Age before they let that come out. So I stand corrected. You guys are right. Just any husband is not going to do. Make sure it's a husband that has a little bit of a little tick to him, and he likes to fight. and he's had a taste for violence, and he's tasted blood, his own and another man's before, and he's willing to do it again if required. If you date a man and the fight that he's going to be in to protect you is going to be the first fight he's ever been in, good luck. You will be cheating on that man soon enough. Well, like and subscribe, share the video. The single boyfriend giving out advice every day. I'll be back in about 20 minutes with another live. See you again shortly.
I've been needing to find a new apartment, which has not been easy with credit as bad as mine. Luckily, I found cosigning.com. They connected me with a cosigner who helped me get my dream apartment for me and my dog. I just paid a small fee and was able to move in fast. Get the cosigner you need for the apartment you want. Check out cosigning.com today.